So basically, what I was just doing is I was just talking to myself and just trying to have this little aspect of like what the brand is about, and like going back and forth. So basically, how I was thinking about is like, what does fuck these brands mean, and like, how do we go about how would I explain it to somebody? And I was just saying like, fuck these brands is a very ironic brand, right? You know, fuck these brands is saying fuck these brands, but also is giving this underlayer of being able to copy their brand, use it, but actually, in a way, it's like a tunnel, right? It's this level of like, oh, we see that your shit works. Well, we're gonna say our brand name is just fuck these brands. But we're gonna use your shit, take it back, revamp it, and then actually allowing people to say love these brands. So like my idea is saying like, if LeBron, you know, of course he stands for real stuff, and a lot of these NBA players and NFL players stand for a lot of things. But my thing is, what does it actually do for the brand that was influenced fuck these brands, right? What does it actually do? And I realize I believe that like one of my pieces is going to land on an athlete, and it's gonna get or land on an artist, or we're gonna be walking around and you're just gonna be wearing it, and somebody takes a picture, boom, viral. Fuck these brands, Lucky Charm inspired. Like this whole connotation of like what people kind of see, but it's gonna blast off sales, not for just us, but it's gonna blast off sales for that brand, because people are really like, why is this saying fuck these brands? I really want to see that spike in their brand. And that's fire to me, because it's like, it's not just helping me, but it's bringing this attention and it's pulling this attention back. And what I love about it is like, fuck these brands is ultimately the brand to like want to be part of, right? One, I can give you some of the challenges that you don't really have, that you really do have. You have the challenge. I don't even know what date it is. I think it's the 19th. It's 12/26. But the challenges is like, you work on your marketing skills, right? You're trying to figure out, how can we get this product, right? How can we get people to reoccur? How do we have reoccurring fans, but also reoccurring, like people that actually want to, supporters, essentially. How do we do that? Because we can't use Facebook ads. So what's the initial plan? You have TikTok, you have text message marketing, you have email marketing, you have all these developments that actually go into thriving off this brand. So that's already given a skill. So when you work with this, you kind of see like the structural environment of saying, how is this box that we're in right now, how do we actually show the world this? And it's kind of funny, because I love the aspect of how the brand and like where we're at right now, because basically from having these varsity jackets and going through these themes and going through these aesthetics and transitioning this whole idea of like what the brand, what I thought it was, to transitioning into this big group that has allowed us interns, working with my e-commerce board and working on marketing and having all these different ideas, allowing us, even though we're big. I understand that we're big, but to always trying to fulfill that thinking outside the box. Yes, we know we have such and such working with us, and we're working with them, and we have Jay-Z wearing a hat here. We have collaborations with you know, such and such brand from Italy, and we're having not these controversial, but these connections of viralness of people are actually rocking with, you know, Bottega Veneta. You know, we're having these collabs and we're having this funness and we're going into the metaverse and we're bringing back ourselves and all these different bands. But like, I think the sculpture about like the ethos about my brand and art, like everything that we work for, is trying to expand the thinking of outside the box thinking. And overall, like seeing the transforming, you know, like having, you know, doing collaborations was one of the main important things that we worked on. Trusting our guts and actually going and actually just doing the idea. Learning how to actually sell and market to people. How can we get into this universe but stay here? How do we connect these two? How do we get, you know, Kanye to come in and develop this little product line that has to deal with fuck these brands? But you know, we're working on all these different aesthetic and these pieces that actually fit together in this big mode. And I just really feel like the ethos of fuck these brands is really just trying to explore outside thinking, right? If we can explore outside thinking, not be trapped by the thoughts that we personally just perceive, right? I want you to go through these layers. I think I watched a video today and it was talking about like the different levels of irony, right? You have the basic irony, and then you have the post irony, and then you have the meta irony. And basically the zero stage irony is like basically saying, I wish I had a cup of coffee today. No, I've been waiting for this cup of coffee all day. You spilled the coffee on your pants. Like, that's irony. Or basically like if I said, oh, you look good today, and you know, something in a sense of like, I mean it. I can't remember irony. I can't remember the freaking irony, but the opposite. It was like, oh, I love what you're wearing. I love what you're wearing. You know, I ain't really saying you feel me. I don't like it. I'm just, you know, adding that sarcasm and adding that irony. I think that was age 2. But going to post irony and meta irony is like not understanding. It's like being sarcastic, then not being sarcastic. Like, you really don't know what you're talking about. You're just back and forth, and it's just like that whole stage. But scratch the irony part. I guess I was just trying to say, like, these stages. It's like that iceberg picture. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it. Whether you're watching this in like 2019, whether you're watching this in 2040, 2031, or shit, 2100. Like, what I'm trying to get at is, you know, thank you for watching this video. Alright, I play too much. But what I was trying to say is, it's stages, it's levels. And I think as I continue to learn about branding and development of, you know, a brand that doesn't, you know, that has been stopped and has been overlooked by so many because of their perspective on life, right? Their perspective on what it means to be a person that wears, you know, fuck these brands. What does it mean, you know? It really just means love these brands. It really just means an outlet that allows people to engage, you know, building a brand strictly off attention getting. And that also goes into this meta irony, you know, and that's why I constantly grow, and this brand is constantly growing, because a lot of times I've been trying to figure out the meaning behind fuck these brands and what does it mean to me. And the more and more I get into it, you know, like I fought for a year and a half against doing, you know, this ironic ass brand of saying, hey, we're gonna take the Oreo logo and switch it into, you know, have fuck these brands, and you'd be like, oh shit, how ironic. Like, You feel me? They're just switching the logos, swapping the names on it, and pushing out content with, i.e., a vision of, you know, I had the plan, I just needed, you know, a platform to do it. But it's just a creative outlet. It's being able to look outside the box. If you can look outside the box, you can fulfill, you know, the different things that we need as a culture. It challenges beliefs. So it's just like, hey, so you don't really need Blinkish, blank, boom, babukas, apples, like epos, like a brand name. Like, don't nobody care about your brand name. It's all about artistically bringing that to the customer, to you, fulfilling the vision that you have. That is what it means to grow, right? I think I'm gonna start putting out these videos and start doing that. But